your takeaway from Muratalla?
He's the most dangerous 135-pounder right now, I would say, in the world, right next to Shakur Stevenson. He goes about his business different. As you know, Shakur Stevenson, southpaw, great technician, great defense. Muratalla, you saw great defense tonight. You saw a completely dominant performance by him against a good quality opponent that came in undefeated, and he made it look easy. See, when you make things look easy like that, that shows you what level you on. Now, we always say there's levels to this game. Moving forward, this is a kid that deserves a title shot. Really does. We don't know what Haney's going to do after he fights against Regis Prograis, but I can just tell you this, and I assure you this. If he was to fight Devin Haney, I will put my money on Muratalla.
Wow.
Yes, that's how impressed I was.
Mark, you had to pull teeth basically to...
So after Muratalla passed another step-up test with flying colors by smoking Torres, where he dominated him then stopped him in the later rounds, Robert Garcia came out stating, quote, "Now everyone is starting to see what I have seen in the gym for years. Raymond is ready for anyone at 135 pounds." End of the quote. Muratalla looked so spectacular last night that even Timothy Bradley went as far as saying he beats both Keyshawn and Devin Haney right now, which the Keyshawn fight, ain't no doubt about it, that's a 50-50 fight. However, when it comes to the Devin Haney fight, Timothy Bradley is reaching so far, he's going to lose an arm doing so. An arm and a leg. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was highly impressed by Muratalla's last two fights. He looked spectacular, he keeps on improving. I can see him giving problems to Shakur, Devin Haney, and Gervonta, but I don't see him beating them. There is levels to this, and Torres is nowhere near the level of the three kings. It's crazy that Timothy Bradley will jump the gun to say Muratalla beats Devin Haney already, when Timothy Bradley just witnessed Muratalla get dropped by Galindo not too long ago, 2 fights ago or something like that. Muratalla got dropped by Galindo and didn't look too good. He was getting caught with jabs and looping right hands. However, since then, against different style fighters, he did improve. Muratalla showed me a lot. However, he has to show me more before I can say he will beat one of the three kings. He reminds me of a prime young Keith Thurman, except he throws more combinations. But just like Keith Thurman, he's light on his feet, he has a lot of skill and power. However, the one thing I don't see Muratalla do is fight in the pocket. I don't know if he has an inside game. That's why I compared him to Keith Thurman. Because remember, Keith Thurman, he was a great boxer. He was a great boxer puncher. However, he really didn't have an inside game. And I see that in Muratalla unless he could show us otherwise. Either or, I will go as far as stating that Muratalla at the moment in time is the best Mexican boxer on his back foot. He's the most athletic with the most boxing skills I have seen today from Mexico. While Pitbull Cruz and Benavidez are the best Mexican aggressive fighters on the front foot. But when it comes to boxing, Muratalla at the moment in time has the best skills by far, has the best feet by far, and the best IQ, at least from Mexico. So with his skill set alone, I see Muratalla giving a lot of fighters trouble. However, Gervonta Davis has another opinion. Gervonta responded to Robert Garcia by stating, quote, "On my mama, that N-word ass," at Robert Garcia. End of the quote. Man, it sounds like Gervonta already been in the ring with Muratalla or something. It came off like Tank already sparred him. That's why he feels the way he feels about Muratalla. He's not impressed at all, which is shocking to me. But we all know Gervonta is really the Mexican assassin. Just like Floyd, Tank is not just knocking out any fighters. Tank is really knocking out the best Mexican fighters Mexico has to offer, which is a hell of an accomplishment, even though old media and the fans tried to discredit Gervonta by claiming he's cherry-picking with one breath. Then in the next breath, they claim that Pitbull Cruz is the Mexican version of Mike Tyson. They claim Ryan Garcia is one of the four kings or the fabulous four of our time. They say Barrios is a nobody, then he goes and beats Ugas at 147. And I could go on and on and on. So you guys can't claim Tank opponents are tune-ups, but then when they move on after he knocks them out or beats them, you guys turn around and praise them like they are one of the best fighters in the world. Just like you guys did to Pitbull Cruz, so on and so forth. Nevertheless, I humbly disagree with Gervonta unless he knows something I don't about Muratalla. I don't think he's ass, the way Gervonta put it. Shortly after, Robert Garcia responded to who will win a fight between Gervonta and Muratalla, where he said, quote, "What's the rehydration clause and what's the glove we will be forced to use? Question mark." End of the quote. Listen, Robert Garcia doesn't sound confident in Muratalla against Gervonta because his first thought is making excuses. As you guys see, Robert Garcia is already making excuses when it comes to fighting the face of boxing, Gervonta. He's talking about rehydration clause and gloves. First of all, why is Robert Garcia talking about a rehydration clause when both Gervonta and Muratalla fight in the same division? It ain't like they both in two different divisions. Remember, there was only a rehydration clause in the Ryan Garcia fight because Ryan refused to fight Gervonta at 135 when Ryan was a lightweight at the time. Second of all, why is Robert Garcia talking about gloves when Gervonta is arguably one of the hardest punchers, if not the hardest puncher, in the sport of boxing? Robert Garcia is already making excuses before the fight even began, before the fight even gets a chance to build up. I mean, think about it. You got Robert Garcia over here making excuses while Gervonta is stating that Muratalla is ass. Meanwhile, Uncle Bradley is over here high on the Uncle Tom Kush. We all know Uncle Bradley will never dare to say something like that if Lomachenko is undisputed. They know they only have the green light to disrespect the fighters on the coincidental list when they're on top. Matter of fact, notice how Uncle Bradley wasn't quick to say Muratalla beats Lomachenko right now, even though Lomachenko already has 3 losses. See, Uncle Bradley already knows what time it is when it comes to the agenda. There's a red light when it comes to that, since Loma has the complexion for the connection to get the ultimate protection. He don't want to get fired like Andre Ward did. With that being said, go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe below. And to be continued on the next episode of Akhi TV. Peace out. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.